right, so I am Michael. I'm a second year master's student in health promotion, and I'm going to talk to you all about the importance of social interaction and social activities in the workplace. So to start, I'm going to show a video. Many of you all might recognize this video. It's from a popular TV show, but I want you to just look at how people are interacting and just kind of think about what's going on in the video.
You guys are the best. Tommy, you don't have to stay if you don't want to, right? Or stay on. We're gonna stay. Really?
Just one more time.
Tommy, get out of here. Get ready, disco. Hey, come on, man. Not even know why. So cheesy. What do you like today?
Alright, so that was obviously from the show The Office. And when you're looking at that video, when you're thinking about the workplace, you might first see a bunch of people kind of goofing off, not really working very hard. They're working at a paper company. You don't see them really selling a lot of paper in that scene. And you might say, you know what, it doesn't look like they're really working. But when I see that video, I see people from top management all the way down to salesmen, HR staff, and even further on in that video you see some of the custodial staff in there. Everybody bonding together, getting some physical activity in, and interacting in ways outside of work talk, right? So they're talking about, dancing, having fun, building these interpersonal relationships. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, the importance of those kind of relationships in the workplace. So what's the big deal about that? Well, we all know, everybody in this room has experienced stress sometime in their life, right? There's stress from school, obviously, stress from friends and family and relationships. I get a lot of stress whenever I watch UK basketball or any sports. I get probably an unhealthy amount of stress. But the American Institute of Stress recently did a study compiling a lot of information. They found that 46% of all stress that people experience is related to the workplace. So that's either coming from while you're at work, stresses with your job, or even outside of work, having work to do outside of being there that 40 hours a week, or even just worrying about it when you're at home. So we also know that stress is a big component of a lot of health issues. Chronic stress can lead to a lot of terrible health issues, a lot of chronic health issues. So it's definitely something we want to look at. And in that same study, 80% of the surveyed workers felt some type of chronic stress, so continual stress, just not once in a while, while they were at work, and 40% of them said they needed help managing it. So it wasn't something that they could deal with on their own, and something that their workplace wasn't really helping them with. So when you're thinking about a healthy workplace, you'd like to think about somewhere where you're happy to be there. And this is what Forbes magazine, which is a leading business magazine and company, as well as Corporate Wellness magazine, they looked at what makes a healthy workplace. And on both of their lists, one of the top things was the importance of social interaction. So feeling comfortable with who you're working with, whether that's a boss to employee relationship or employees to employees. So being able to speak to each other is definitely an important factor. So my personal experience, I work at the YMCA, and when I think about all the jobs that I've had, the ones where I'm felt the most stressed aren't necessarily my favorite ones. Now, it's good to feel some stress, good to feel like you need to work, but my favorite one, working at the Y, for example, today, we just celebrated one of my director's birthday, so we all went out to lunch. And activities like that make me feel more comfortable going up to them saying, you know what, I'm having trouble with this assignment or this part of my job, can you help me out? If you feel that interpersonal relationship with somebody, you're more likely to be able to ask them for help, and you're more likely to have a better relationship with them if you know stuff about them outside of work. So what does that mean that you can do with your job or your employees or your other peers? That means even just Easy things like eating lunch together, finding time within the workplace to get together, forget about work for a little while and just talk person to person. You might get to know people, you'll get a lot more comfortable working with them in that sense too. Or if you want to get some physical activity, even just going for a walk, taking 15 minutes a day and just going out and getting to know each other. By doing that, you can have a healthier workplace, decrease your stress, and maybe you might start looking like you're working for the office instead of a boring desk job. Thank you.